Hey, welcome back to That'll Do Garage. Today will be all about you guys. A little bit about me too. If you've been hanging around, you'll notice that I've been trying to order a Bronco for a couple months now and got some misinformation and got some frustrations, and it's not been the smoothest experience. Well, I'm getting a lot of comments from you guys as well that you've had mixed results. Some people are frustrated and some people are confused. So today we're going to go visit a Ford dealership and ask some of these questions. Basically, I went on a road trip with my teenage daughter a couple weeks ago. I passed 4 Ford dealerships on this road trip. 3 out of the 4 had Broncos outside, out front, on display. And naturally, the one that doesn't have a Bronco is the one that I'm working with. So a little bit frustrated there. They have yet to see a Bronco in that dealership. But I did stop at the first dealership that I passed. Got to drive a Bronco. Took a few pictures. Had a lovely chat with a guy named TJ. And he answered a lot of questions for me and helped me think of some more questions. And we talked for like 45 minutes. It was just a really good conversation between a dude that loves Broncos and has a million questions and is trying to get one, and another dude that loves Broncos, has ordered his own, and has some of those answers. So we had a good talk. And then, you know, my daughter and I kept driving, and we were in northern Wisconsin. We passed another dealership, and there they had a Bronco. I think it was a Wild Track, and with a Sasquatch package. They were closed, so I couldn't drive that one, but you know, I did take some pictures and just kind of get out and spend a bunch of time staring at it. So that got me thinking, boy, your experience is really going to vary based on your dealership. So hopefully today we're going to go meet with another guy who's a Bronco specialist named Jesse at a dealership close by. Just ask him a bunch of questions. All those things you're dying to know, and I'm dying to know. And if this goes well, you know, if we get some answers and some good helpful information, maybe we can make this kind of a regular thing. So let me know down in the comments what frustrations you have, what questions you have, and if these guys at the dealership are cool with it, we'll visit them again and ask them these questions. But anyway, it's time to hit the road and ask the hard questions. Wasn't too bad. The drive took about 1 minute. I drove really fast, but anyway, I'm here with Jesse Wursel, Hayford Ford, Isani, Minnesota. We have 2 little surprises for you we'd like to share, and then we're going to have a good chat about what we see. Jesse, thanks for having us today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. This is a full-size Bronco. This is going to be in Outer Banks. 2.7 EcoBoost motor and factory trailer till. For those of you out there that are going to see this, you're going to go, hey, wait a minute, this looks a little bit different. Yes, this is not a factory Sasquatch package. This one was ordered without it. Here at Hayford Ford, we actually did a lift kit, wheels and tires on it to kind of replicate that package without actually having one in stock. At this time, this is a demo unit. We use it for test drives for people to come take a peek. As you can see, it has a soft top on it, does not have the hard top.
So these are the regular size tires that would come with the Sasquatch, but it's just got a suspension lift on it. Did you guys go like an aftermarket with that?
That is correct. These are aftermarket components, not from Ford.
Okay. I saw this from a distance and first, and I thought, man, that's a Sasquatch. And then we hopped inside and I said, wait a minute, this doesn't quite have the Sasquatch package. So it's been pretty awesome, but we did a little bit of four-wheeling to get it out here. So what's over on the other side over there, the red one?
So on the other side, we actually brought out a Bronco Sport. Again, in the Outer Banks package. This one has the 1.5 Eco Boost in it. Rapid red in color. We felt important kind of show people both of them. You can see the size difference between the two a little bit as we're standing outside. You can see that the Bronco, the full-size Bronco, is bigger. It has been common questions that we've actually received a lot of is, you know, size comparison. You can get a little bit of that feel over out here.
So you've had a chance to drive one of these, right, at the Bronco Off Rodeo?
I have driven both of them at the Bronco Off Rodeo.
Sweet.
One of my biggest surprises was how capable the Bronco Sport was.
Yeah.
We ran it through the same type of terrain as we did a full-size Bronco. We all knew that going there that the Bronco was going to be completely awesome, that we're going to get to do some cool things with it. The shock was that we got to drive these while we were there. So we ran them through a similar course. Very off-road, everything I suggest anybody that has the opportunity to go. Probably one of the coolest experiences I've had in my 10 years in the car business.
Wow.
The off-road, we actually went to the one in Texas to go through the hill country down there with both the Bronco Sport, and the Bronco was fantastic. Surprises me how capable this is.
Sure.
This Bronco Sport is not a tar baby vehicle. It is actually capable of going and doing true off-roading.
Wow. So did these two like drive together on the trail when you guys were there? Same trails?
They did not. We actually went out first and set a group of just Bronco Sports, and then we went out and set of Broncos.
Oh.
We did use a lot of the same trails. They did have one set up specifically for the Bronco with some more rock crawling, advanced rock crawling,
Sure.
a little bit deeper water fording, things like that.
Cool. Well, that's spectacular. I can't wait to do that myself. This looks really cool with the pairing, and I love what we see here. We even have matching grills. And what does this come with in terms of a four-wheel drive system? Is it all electronic?
Correct. All
Automatic?
electronic. There's no shifting need to be done by the driver.
Okay. Really cool. I like the color a lot. All right, let's take a look at that Bronco real quick. Gosh, that grill looks fantastic. I love it. I'm a huge fan of these, and you might have noticed TJ that I was describing earlier and Jesse both are actual fans of these. It's not just a sales tactic, you know, it's like legitimately appreciate the vehicle. So I'm super happy to be able to share that with them. Let me do a quick peek inside. This is our soft top that we just described. Thank you. Man, I'm just in love with everything here. And I did notice too that this has the mesh. I was just looking at on the website, trying to figure out what that might be like. So it looks pretty flexible. I can see some zippers, so you can probably take sections out. That would be really nice when you got the top removed. This is beautiful. Nice work, man. I approve. So now that we're here, I'll formally pose. How many Bronco orders have you been involved in so far?
The actual Broncos so far at the dealership, approximately 15 that I personally have handled.
Okay. And what kind of turnover have you seen through the dealership? I think you mentioned one retail so far.
So far we've had two come in. We have our demo from Ford, and then we've had one retail order come in.
Okay.
And that one has actually been delivered and is on the road.
Yeah, awesome. When you look at the whole process, you know, ordering and reservation and everything, what do you think is most impacting the timing right now?
Obviously there's several factors. The biggest one is, and I think we're all familiar with it, it's COVID. COVID has changed how everything seems to be manufactured, made, timelines. Everything has kind of changed right now. Everything is kind of slowed down and to a different pace. Obviously there's been some hiccups. They had the hard tops on these that they had some issues with, that they've pulled that. There's been some constraints on being able to get certain packages. The one piece of advice I give everybody is be patient. It is going to take a little bit of time. Ford is working on it every day. Ford wants to get these vehicles out to their customers.
Yeah.
You know, nobody Nobody wants this to be a real long process. We all know that everybody's excited. We're excited here. We want them also. It's just be patient. These are truly worth the wait.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I got to be honest. I mean, I was supposed to order my Bronco on Monday.
Okay.
And Sunday night I couldn't fall asleep. You know, I just toss and turn and think about different options and combos, and it's just because really, like, genuinely, I love this thing. And I'm super excited, like you said. You know, it's a big deal, but that's what I come down to as well. So I have to just kind of be patient. Like, you got to wait for the process. So, anything on the MIC, the molded in color hardtop situation?
Have gotten a little information on that. It sounds like they're starting to manufacture ones that are going to be starting to go out to customers that already have one that has an issue, has failed, or so the replacement process is starting, according to what I read from Ford.
Okay.
I don't have any that have come to our dealership yet or anything like that, but according to what I'm reading from Ford, the replacement process has started.
So are you guessing? I mean, I know we're guessing now, and I should preface that too. Everything we're talking about today is, you know, personal opinions, right? Jesse's not making any guarantees or promises here, but. So are you thinking that Ford will be shipping hardtops straight out to the dealerships, and then hardtops can get replaced once the vehicle is out to the customer?
It's very fluid. And with that, I want to say I'm not promising anything to anybody.
Yeah.
From what I have read, it sounds like they are going to start doing that. So people that maybe had a hardtop already, that had a flaw, that something went wrong, it sounds like they're going to start shipping those out to replace those.
Okay.
I can't say for sure on the people that are changed their order to a soft top to get it now and want the hard top. I'm not sure if those are going to come immediately or not from what I read.
Yeah.
I'm guessing those are going to be more of a secondary thing at this point versus the ones that are already out there that have had issues.
Yeah. I see what you mean too on the Build and Price website. It seems like the roof options change almost daily right now.
It is very fluid.
It's crazy. So the thing I'm struggling with a lot right now is, like you mentioned, the soft top thing. I want a hard top. We're in Minnesota. It's flipping cold up here. I want a hard top, but I might be able to get it who knows how much earlier if I switch to a soft top. So in that case, I would be compromising like the things I want versus, you know, the timing. I'm just wondering, what have you seen customers do? Are a lot of people making that compromise?
We have had approximately, 50% actually. So there are a lot of customers that have told us, hey, I'm so excited to have this thing. I'm willing to go with a soft top and get my hard top later. I want my Bronco.
Yeah.
Kudos. They're excited. I'm excited. We're all excited. We have had customers also that are like, this is Minnesota. It's cold. I don't know how warm that's going to be. I mean, obviously the thing has a heater.
Yeah.
But there are people that really truly kind of want to wait for their build the way they wanted it. And I respect that. I respect somebody that wants to order it the way they want it, and that's how they want it. I'm okay with that. So we've had probably about 50-50.
Sure.
And people are excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Personally, I'm dreaming about keeping this forever and handing it down to my grandkids, in 40 years. So I'm leaning towards, gosh, I'll just wait another 6 months or 10 months or whatever it is to get exactly what I want. So I did mention the build and price, and I know this is a hard thing to answer for as well, but it seems to me like there might be some stuff on the build and price, or not some stuff on the build and price website that is actually a viable option. Have you seen or heard anything like that?
I have not personally run into that yet. I've had customers kind of build their vehicles online, let's say, and they come in with a printout and they sat down and go through things. When we do an order here, we do take the time and we go actually through an order. We don't just use the online only. So as we're building it, we're actually building it in Ford's system. We go through it with them at that time and try to make sure we're specific, or think of options maybe or features that they might want or missed.
Yeah.
To make sure that we're trying to get their orders complete and correct.
Sure.
I've played around on the Ford website. I've done this for years on the Ford website. I've run into it on other vehicles that, you think you can add these two packages together, but realistically when it comes down to build it, you can't.
Yeah.
I think it's like everything. There are a few little hiccups in there once in a while.
Sure.
But I can stress to people is if you're having problems, call your dealership, talk to them. your salesperson should be willing to talk to you about your order, verify that the thing is built to the way that you're ordered to the way that you want it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I spend a large part of my day talking to people about their order out vehicles, whether it be a Bronco all the way up to a Super Duty or an Edge, to make sure that we're doing the best job we can to make sure that when our customer vehicle gets here, it's what they want.
Sure. Well, that's cool. I appreciate that level of service and personal attention. And that brings us to another subject. I'm getting a few comments on some of my other Bronco videos, and my own experience really seems to be varied by what dealership you're working with. And you and I were talking earlier off camera, and it sounds like a couple years ago there was probably a strategic decision made in each dealership for the level of investment that they were ready to make into a Bronco. And some of them might have gone whole hog and sent guys down to the off-rodeos and to training and so on. And other dealerships, maybe they don't have the market for it or something like that, and they weren't really expecting to be selling a lot of Broncos. So therefore, it all kind of trickles down, right? If you try to approach them now.
Right. And I do believe that. I think some dealerships took it way more serious than others have. Obviously, staffing levels. We're no different than any other business right now with the coronavirus being out there and things. Our staffing levels are a little bit lower than they normally would be, but we stress on trying to make sure that if I don't know the answer, I'm willing to try to find the answer.
Sure.
And that's a big thing. And again, I stress is don't be afraid to talk to the people if you're not getting the answers that you want. Unfortunately, maybe it's time to talk to somebody a little bit different.
Have you heard anything about pricing protection or changes on the 22 model?
I have not. I have not seen anything as of yet.
Okay.
When I've gone through the order banks, I can't build a 22 yet, so I can't tell yet if the pricing is different.
Sure.
But I haven't seen anything in hard writing from Ford on either side of it yet.
Okay. So did you have any other takeaways from the off-rodeo? I mean, what was your favorite part of that?
Realistically, I think my favorite part of that was actually driving the Bronco Sports off-road.
That's cool.
I expected this to be awesome.
Yeah.
I really did. I mean, everything I've read, everything I've researched on my own, just like most of your viewers have and you have.
Yeah.
It's easy to fall in love and know that this thing is going to be awesome and very capable. The shocking thing was taking the Bronco Sport and taking it to that level and going, holy, this is capable of doing this stuff.
Wow.
To me, that was probably my most exciting part of it.
Awesome.
We have sold a ton of Bronco Sports already to our customers. We got more arriving here shortly. It's been fun, but it's also a great experience to share with them that if they truly need to go off-roading a little bit to get to some of these places they want to go kayaking or biking at, that they can actually get there.
Yeah. So the pent-up supply demands on this one are not the same for that one.
That is correct.
Okay. So you've seen these come through your dealership quite a bit.
Yes, we have actually sold, I don't have an exact number, but we've sold several of these.
Okay.
There are some limitations on those right now too, some commodity restraints.
Sure.
But we've had very, very good turnover on those, so they don't sit here very long.
Cool. I love to see the excitement, Have you ever seen a vehicle sell like the Bronco and Bronco Sport, like just the excitement and the just desire?
So I've been in the car business for 10 years. This is a unique thing in my time here.
Yeah.
I have not seen something like this. I've heard from some of the guys who've been in the business back in the old days that when the Escapes first come out, that people were waiting to take one as soon as it would come off a truck.
Yeah.
I still, when they talk about it, don't see the same excitement as I see in the customers that are waiting for one of these. And the demand is huge.
Yeah.
And I think people are excited to be just with Ford, and then for Ford to come out with something that's truly going to be this awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I love Ford, and a lot of people were sad to see the Bronco go away. I think it was 96, 97, so
yep,
it's so cool to see.
Somewhere right in that area.
Yeah. I love it. They nailed it for me.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the cues, if you take a 66, 67 something and kind of look at them, and really sit and kind of look at it, you can see the resemblance in these. And I think that, to me, that hooked me. That absolutely hooked me.
That's cool. Well, one last question. On some of my other Bronco videos, I'm getting a lot of comments about like we talked about, like the difference in dealership experience and so on. And And I had one gentleman say, you know, I called dealership A and they said they can't place an order yet. And then I called dealership B and they said, sure, we'll take your order, even though it's the same day. Is there some difference there, or what might cause that?
So right now, to my understanding, and I'm not going to say this is the golden rule by no means. My understanding is Ford is not currently taking orders. They're not passing out allocation to actually order a Bronco with right now. That, however, doesn't mean that you can't go into your dealership, sit down and build it and have it in their bank when allocation becomes available again, that yours can be chosen to move forward.
Okay, I think that makes sense. So this is the difference between, well, like you said, ordering it in Ford's system, like putting in the legitimate order right now, versus sort of a pending order, like we got your info, we'll do it in the future. So maybe that answers some of those questions. Any words of wisdom or parting advice for the Bronco fans out there?
Be patient, guys, and gals. This thing is totally awesome, and you're gonna love it.
Well, that's cool. I agree. I appreciate your time today. Thanks so much for talking with us.
Jeff. Appreciate it.
I love what you guys have done here.
Come on in for a test drive. We got one available for demo rides.
It's silver. I'll vouch for it. I like it. But hey, hopefully you enjoyed that. I sure did. That was pretty cool of them to get it all set up like that and have a couple vehicles out there for us. Really appreciated the time that they put in. And seriously, I think we're going to be talking with them again. So if you guys have questions or concerns or confusion about this process, just pop them in the comments down there. I'll share them with those guys, and we'll see if we can do another video here in a couple weeks where we can address some of your questions. I learned a lot today, and I really appreciated, you know, them helping me out and clearing things up. So, and by the way, shameless plug, special thanks to Hayford Ford and TJ and Jesse and Jeff Hayford for making that possible. I really appreciate that. They didn't have to do that, and they were super nice to me, really went out of their way to take care of me. So clearly, I mean, they really like those vehicles. They're not just trying to sell me on them. I'm not even looking to buy a Bronco from them. So if you're looking for a Bronco or Bronco Sport, give them a call, Hayford Ford, Isanti, Minnesota. I'm sure they'd love to help you out, answer your questions. But I think that's going to be it for today. I appreciate you watching. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.